Hey, this is Paul from Guitar World, and today we'll be looking at Reverend Guitar's two solid powerhouses of guitars, the Daredevil Hb and the Jetstream Hb. Both guitars are very similar, yet very different. So let's take a look at each one, starting with the Daredevil Hb. The Daredevil features a Carina body along with a Carina neck with a rosewood fretboard. Now, this is part of their set neck glued-in series of guitars, as you can see. And the scale length on this particular guitar is closer to, say, a single cutaway or a double cutaway type of guitar, or a Gibson type of guitar with the 24 3/4 scale length. So this guitar feels right at home with the typical set neck guitar. It comes with mostly Reverend appointments. We have the custom wound Reverend humbuckers, two-pneumatic bridge here, a custom volume and tone, and found on all of Reverend's instruments, we have the bass contour knob, and more about that later. It's a great addition to all their guitars. It really allows you to voice some really great tones with the pickups. Of course, the toggle switch, three-way toggle switch, and we have Reverend's own pin lock locking tuners up here on top. Let's begin by hearing the clean sound using these pickups. Right now I have it in the bridge position here, and you'll get to hear what they sound like. And then I'll play around with the bass contour knob as well. So right now I have the bass contour all the way up, so you get a really full sound with that. Here we go. Now you just heard all three pickup combinations, neck, both, and bridge, with the bass contour all the way up. Now I'm going to roll off the bass contour knob, and you'll hear it gets a little tighter, a little brighter in a response. Let's do the same thing. Here we go. So now let's get a little bit of the in-between sounds. I'll move it around so you get to hear how much bass response you get out of this and how much fullness you get as you dial in more of the bass contour knob. Here we go. So as you just heard, the contour or bass contour knob adds a lot of softness to the sound. So you can really get loud and quiet sounds out of just this single knob on all the pickups. Let's hear the same thing on a medium gain setting on this guitar. Here we go. Finally, let's move over to a solo setting on this particular guitar. And I'll flop through the pickups and, of course, mess around with the bass contour knob as well. Let's take a listen. to the Jetstream HB. As you can see, this particular example from Reverend has a beautiful flame maple top on this particular guitar. Same thing, two pneumatic bridge, Reverend humbuckers, volume, custom volume and tone, same bass contour knob. Over here, we have a blade switch, which offers the same three-way toggle. Now, as I said before, these guitars are similar yet different. This particular guitar, the Jetstream, features a bolt-on neck and a Carina body as well, but this time we have a maple neck and rosewood fretboard. Now, with this guitar, the scale length is different than the Daredevil because the Daredevil has more of a Gibson scale length, whereas this is more of a Fender scale length with the 25.5. So you get a snappier attack and a tighter and focused attack with this guitar as well. So let's begin by starting with a clean sound on this guitar and hear what it sounds like. So as you just heard with the clean sound and me utilizing the bass contour knob, it's a really cool addition because it gives you a bit of almost a single coil voicing as you roll down the bass contour knob. And sometimes with these particular guitars, I almost prefer it to a coil tap. So it has a really nice, gives you a real nice edge on these guitars, and it's just as simple as just rolling off that bass contour. Now let's move over to the medium gain setting so you can hear what this guitar sounds like in the same manner. Finally, let's hear the Jetstream on a solo setting. The Daredevil and Jetstream from Reverend Guitars are solid instruments that have features and appointments that professional players seek. Check it out.